What's good? What's good, my people? It's the first time doing this for a boxing stream. This is really strange. I usually do this for my history debates and whatnot. But just last night, I was I was watching some conversations on Twitter with some so-called boxing experts. You have people like Mike Montero, who writes for Ring Magazine. He also does a podcast and whatnot. And people were saying Anthony Joshua is the number one heavyweight. Is the number one heavyweight, right? And Mike Montero said, well, no, because he took a loss and whatnot. Of course, you have the usual suspects. The Wilder fans are like, no, he can't be number one, blah, blah, blah. The Fury fans are saying he's not number one. So my question was, how do you work out who is the number one heavyweight? I mean, what's the criteria? What's the algebra? What's the science behind that? What's up, UGC Boxing Channel? What going on, brother? Yeah, this is my first live stream. Glad you could join me, man. So I'm hoping this morning. Let me see. How do you drop the link on this? How do you put the link on this for people to join, right? Anyway, so again, we're just going through the process of how do you work out who is the number one heavyweight in the world? Because to me, it seems like, again, people are putting a lot of emphasis on if you have a loss or not. In my opinion, if that's the criteria where if you have a loss, automatically you can't be number one. And if you don't have a loss, that somehow bumps you up, to a closer to number one in the rankings, then that encourages ducking, that encourages people not taking risks and people not fighting the best competition throughout their career. You know what I'm saying? So today, I hope to, if anybody wants to jump on, let me know so we can discuss how do we work it out? How does a person become a number one ranked fighter in their division, in Ring Magazine and Box Rec and all these things? We have to figure it out because I don't agree that if you have a loss, that somehow makes it impossible for you to be number one heavyweight. It's ridiculous. Top of the browser and copy that. Okay. Yeah, I'm on a desktop, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to put the link in. Just give me a second, people. I'm new to StreamYard. I never used StreamYard before. I hope that's it. Sorry, I have a cold also. My kid gave me a cold. Oh, the bottom right hand of the StreamYard page, right? Okay. I got it. There you go. All right, so that's it. So that's the link. I want to work it out with y'all. We need to figure out how do we work out the number one heavyweight. Anthony Joshua is coming off a dominant performance against Andy Ruiz. People are finding excuses why this man can't be number one heavyweight. And I got a problem with that.
Man, you figure this stuff out quick, bro.
What's up, Bridget? What's up, King?
What's going down, Kong? Glad to see you cracking these live streams off.
Hey, man, trying my best to keep up with y'all, man.
Yeah, good topic though, man. So
So,
you saying that people is kind of trying to debate on who the number one heavyweight is at this point?
Yeah. So that was a conversation I saw. I was like, following it closely. I was wondering how you work out who's the number one heavyweight. Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, he's saying you can't put. Hold on, let me try and share my screen. Let's see if this works. You see it?
I don't see anything yet. You said you do that, what, a screen share?
Yeah.
No, I don't see it yet.
Hold on, it's supposed to come up. That's odd. I click screen share. I'm on the screen.
Yeah, at least
Nothing?
not on my screen. I don't see anything.
That's strange, dog. What's going on?
And I've never actually used the screen share on StreamYard, so I mean that's something I might need to look into. I haven't used it yet, but I have seen that. I think that feature they do have that feature. So
There it
okay,
is,
I see
right?
it now.
All
Yeah.
right. So this is what he's saying. He has the best resume in the division, but Wilder and Fury haven't lost. So by default, you can't put him
Oh
as number
wow.
one, right?
Who's this Michael Montero? Now, who is he?
He writes for Ring Magazine and he does podcasts and whatnot,
Okay.
right?
No, like
So go
that to
ahead.
me, that's a casual mind state to think that because somebody hasn't lost, that makes them number one in the division. You know, if that's the case, then J Rock as the unified champion should not get credit. Tony Harrison should not get credit
Right,
because he has a loss.
right,
Um, it's fighter Manny Pacquiao shouldn't get credit. It's fighters with losses that have tremendous resumes, fighting all top competition,
right.
and can command crazy numbers. So, like you said, man, like what are these guys looking for to determine if someone is the number one? Like AJ
I'm
is
not
that by a
understanding.
clear long shot.
I'm not understanding. He clearly says Anthony Joshua has the best resume in the division. Now, as far as I
Yeah,
understand, you normally go with strength of schedule. Who's had a tougher schedule in 20 something fights, brethren? 20 something fights in Anthony Joshua. And it's not like he's faced top competition and been losing. He's been busting these dudes' ass. Like he's been running through dudes, right? He got a speed bump on June 1st. And now everybody's like, oh, he can't, he took a loss. Oh, so my thing is, as I said earlier, right? If that's the case, this kind of mentality is going to encourage ducking. It's going to encourage people not to
right.
take risks. It's going to encourage
Severity.
people to fight pies for like 40 something fights like Deontay Wilder. Matter of fact, let's pull up Deontay Wilder's record up to the same time with Anthony Joshua right now. Anthony Joshua is on how much fights? 23 fights. You see the screen?
Yep, 23. Yep.
23 and 1, right? Let's scroll down. So his last fight, 23 fights, his 23rd fight, Andy Ruiz. 23.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull up Deontay Wilder's 23rd fight.
Yeah, I can already tell it's gonna be a body bag.
I mean, where's the 23rd fight? Jesus Christ, it's a lot of fights.
A
Now
lot
we
of
go
fights and
1,
no
2,
meaningful
3,
name.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Owen Black.
Oh
Owen
shit.
Beck. Who the fuck?
From America, huh? Somebody named Owen Beck from America.
Listen, man. Listen, right? So in
Shout out
Deontay
to
Wilder's
Shout out to
23rd,
Owen for being number 23.
shout out to Owen Beck. You gave it your best. I mean, and he was in Killer
He gave
Buzz
his best
Arena.
and ended up like the rest. But yeah.
Hey, there you go. In Killer Buzz Arena, Tuscaloosa, right? Anthony Joshua was fighting in Saudi Arabia in a desert. They built a stadium for this man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering, so how does a man in his 23rd fight do all of this? Matter of fact, let's go back to Joshua's box rec. Let's go back. How are you going to compare this record and say this dude is not number one? How?
Man, 2020 is gonna be an extraordinary year, man. That's all I know. Because it's all about debunking every narrative. And like you said, man, I think that whoever this guy, this Benson guy, he's gonna say what he needs to say to
No,
try to
that's Mike Montero. Benson is the English
my
guy.
bad. Montero. It's almost like I don't know if he has any type of bias or does any kind of business with PBC or ESPN, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like it's like since AJ just won this rematch, you got Fury and Wilder becoming more and more irrelevant compared to AJ. And now everybody have to spin this narrative like, oh, AJ needs to call out Wilder. Or AJ, yeah, he won the rematch, but because he got a loss, and Fury and Wilder are undefeated, you can't put him number one. That's nonsense.
It's nonsense. So we're going to continue because I like to use stats and facts. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I like that shit. I don't like to use, hold on, who's this? Oh, never mind. So I like to use stats and facts. So we're going to go into Deontay Wilder's WBC rankings. We're going to do the top 15. You seen it, Black? Black.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right, so we're in the WBC rankings, right? This is Deontay Wilder's rankings. How much people out of the top 15 has Deontay Wilder beat?
Let's see. Well, he had a draw with Fury. He beat Ortiz. He don't want to smoke with Usyk. He never fought Rivas, Povetkin, never fought Kanaki, Parker, Joe Joyce, Derek. Damn. It's pretty pathetic, man.
How much people out of the top 15 has Anthony Joshua beat?
He's beat Dillian White. He beat he didn't fight Rivas. He beat Povetkin. He didn't fight Kanaki. He beat Parker. Not Joe Joyce. He beat did he fight Chisora? I don't think he fought Chisora, right?
Didn't fight Chisora. Anthony Joshua has beat
Pulev as a mandatory.
He's beaten 3.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He's beaten 3 of the current WBC top 15. I stretched it out to 15 because I wanted to at least see what Deontay Wilder has done.
And mandated to fight 1 right now.
And mandated to go and fight number 12 in the WBC top 15. Again, how does this work? I want to know the algebra. I want to know the science. Because it can't be because a guy has taken a loss, he can't be number 1. How does this work? This is a sport. People lose, but if you're going to go on strength of schedule, again, Anthony Joshua has the best strength of schedule. We have a problem. We're not done, Black. We're going to continue on with stats and facts. I'm glad you're here to join me today.
Yeah, you about to start ruffling feathers like us, boy. You breaking this shit down, bro.
So we're going to go into the Ring Magazine, Black. Ring Magazine, right?
Okay.
They got Tyson Fury number 1, Deontay Wilder number 2, Ruiz number 3, and AJ number 4. Now, they took the time to put back the belts under Anthony Joshua's name, but not move his ranking. They have him at number 4, Black.
What?
Right? They have not moved his ranking yet, but they took the time to move the fact that he's champion again, IBF, WBA, WBO. So we're gonna look at how much people has Anthony Joshua beaten in the Ring Magazine top 10 compared to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Let's count them out. Let's start with Tyson Fury, the number 1 rank. Let's go. Number 2, 3, 4, 5. How much of these people has Tyson Fury beaten?
I see at least 4.
Tyson Fury?
Oh, you said for Fury?
Yeah, because he's number 1. We're gonna start with number 1.
I was thinking about AJ. No, I don't see nobody in the top 5 that he beat. Nobody.
Nobody in the top 10. Okay.
Nobody.
Cool, nobody. Yet he's number 1 rank. Cool, no problem.
Nobody.
Deontay Wilder. How much people has Deontay Wilder beat here?
Let's see. Nobody in the top 5.
Nobody in the top 5.
He beat the number 6. And that's it.
Number 6 is his favorite punching bag.
Yeah, twice he beat number 6.
However, for Deontay Wilder especially, a few of these people were in his crosshairs, and a few of these people are in his immediate promotional company. So we have Dillian White, who he should fight, but he doesn't want to fight. We have Povetkin, who he lost a court case against when he ran out of Russia. We have Joseph Parker, who he didn't try to unify with. And I'm guessing the next fight for him might be Kawanaki, maybe.
I don't understand why Kanaki's even ranked number 9, but
I'm not understanding it. So this is why I'm saying.
It's a different live stream.
I'm glad you're here, Black, because I mean, y'all know more about boxing than me these days, so I need to know the algebra. How has it worked out, right? How has it worked out? So we go with Anthony Joshua. How much people has he beaten in the top 10? Go ahead.
Well, out of ones that we already went through, he's the only one that beat 2 of the people in the top 5. He beat Ruiz, who was at the number, we'll say 3, and then he beat Dillian White, number 5. He beat the number 7 Povetkin. He beat the number 8 Joseph Parker, and
And he's
his
about to fight
mandatory is number 10.
Kubrat Pulev. So again, Anthony Joshua is about to fight the best of the best.
Yeah, consistently.
What the fuck? I mean, so I'm not understanding, Black. I'm not. So
man, you just bodied it. Whatever podcast he got, you just bodied it within 15 minutes.
What's up, Lisa Bales? How you doing?
Shout out to Lisa.
I'm hoping you can break it down for me. What do you think? I mean, from what I've shown just now, can you tell me if I'm making any sense? You go ahead, tell me.
You know, man, like I already knew AJ was that dude, but just going through it, like you went actually to the ranking system from you went to the Ring magazine, you went to the WBC. I mean, like, so you already showed and proved that AJ already has fought and beat more top heavyweights than a Fury, than a Wilder, than a Ruiz, or anybody else they want to name out there. You know, and what amazes me is that Deontay Wilder has been avoiding a guy who AJ beat years ago, and AJ won't mix it, and Wilder won't mix it up with that guy. But you know, I think that especially like say like with the Ring magazine, they have particular bias to certain fighters, man. They definitely love their Mexican fighters, so you know, Ruiz is gonna definitely be on that category. They have the you know, I don't know why even. To be honest with you, I don't really know how they be doing the Ring magazine one. You know, they got Deontay up there and all that stuff, Fury, but no, everything you show, man, is just crystal clear. And it's just, I think a lot of people were expecting AJ to lose. Like a lot of people were banking on AJ to lose, and he really ruined a lot of people's holiday spirit in this month because he's getting ready to go into 2020 with all his belts back and at that Arab money. You know what I mean? And like, it's a lot of people that's just big mad, you know. That's why, like, you know, man, us on the UGC side, we don't have no problem giving it up to somebody who's doing great things, no matter where they at. No matter where they at.
Exactly.
He's making great money. He seems like he's a great leader. He's fighting all the best competition in the heavyweight division. You just broke it down. You showed the facts. You know, it's proven that he's fought more top competition and beaten more top competition than anybody else. And he's younger than all of these guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Every
Maybe Fury's
time.
younger.
No. Joshua's younger than Tyson Fury, I think.
Oh, man. So, look, that's even worse.
Every time one of these WBC rankings come out, I check the WBC rankings, and it's always Anthony Joshua has beaten more of Deontay Wilder's chosen route than Deontay Wilder. My question:
Hey,
why is it always incumbent upon Anthony Joshua to do something, but not these other people? Right? It's like nobody's saying, "Well, Deontay, what's up?" You know, this guy is, 20-something fights in, and he's beaten more top fight. Like Joshua is not getting any light touches. His next few fights is Kubrat Pulev, Usyk. I mean, God knows who else.
And, you know what, Arncon?
Yeah.
You know what's an extra body bag for the one that's going to do that podcast and want to say something about AJ with the loss? Even if you want to say that, what he also need to say is that loss was avenged. The only guy he lost to, he just fucking got the rematch and whooped his ass.
Exactly.
So you can't, nobody can't say, you know, I got one up over AJ, or, you know, I still got the advantage over AJ. No, AJ just fucking avenged that loss. So at the end of the day, man, you could talk about a loss, but he got right back in there, which is a tough thing to do, and got that dude about it. I just wanted to add that because I'm like, this dude did avenge his loss though. So losses don't mean shit.
Avenge that shit in a hurry. He was like, nah, don't worry about it. Let's just go again, right? And I'm just really, as you said, I'm really watching a lot of these people, and a lot of these people are really upset. They're annoyed. They don't like this, right?
Right.
And I think, as I said earlier, again, this mentality of, oh, you took a loss, so you can't be ranked number one or whatever, that's going to encourage more fighters to keep ducking. Nobody's going to want to fight top competition. Nobody's going to like take no risks. It's just going to be all bullshit. What's up, Santos?
Oh, shout out to Angel. Angel in the building.
Angel,
Shout out,
get on the link, bro.
hit the link. Actual facts if you got time, bro. Man, Iron Cone is just broke the shit down, man. You missed it. He had the screen share. Hey, Iron Cone gonna be bodying them with that screen share shit, man. So,
that's no. I mean,
they,
I'll do it for Santos again because shit,
yeah,
it's necessary. That's no problem. I mean, as I tell you, I used to do this with YouTube, just YouTube and Google before, but the stream I haven't done it with StreamYard before. It's
right,
really
right. Yeah, StreamYard is decent, man. It's really
yeah. I
decent.
like this.
You
I
know,
like this. This is really nice. I like this.
I actually just upgraded. It's like I think $3.99 or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the. Did I just? Yeah, because I just upgraded it. Because I've been streaming quite a bit now, so I went over the regular capacity that you're allowed per month or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, man, fuck it. I don't like restrictions like that. If me and
Right.
my guys, we got to go live, we just go live. You know what I mean? Get it in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I continue doing this, I'll probably upgrade too. I used to do this a lot with history debates and I used to do a lot of presentations for like, as I said, history and whatnot, and I used to use
Yeah,
just Google Hangouts. Let me get
that kind
Angel
of
in here.
changed everything when they shut that Google Hangouts down, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit.
Yo,
What up,
Santos,
what's
what's
up,
up,
Santos?
man?
man?
What's going on, brothers?
Easy, easy. Nah, man, we were just going over some shit that I observed last night on Twitter with Mikey Montero from Ring Magazine, and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was going back and forth talking about how AJ can't be number one because he took a loss. So my question is, how do you quantify somebody's number one ranking then? If a loss makes it impossible for you to be number one, what's the science behind calculating somebody's ranking if it's not stats and facts? What's
Well,
the
Mhm.
science?
I think you have to take what Mr. Montero said as a grain of salt, right? Because what
Yeah.
is Ring Magazine, right? Who is the Ring Magazine owned by, for one? And how long has Ring Magazine been really credible, right? It hasn't been really Ring Magazine hasn't been credible for a very long time. It just
Mm.
hasn't. You know what I mean? Let's just be. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Like Ring Mag, I haven't had a subscription to Ring Magazine for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been that long since they've lost their credibility. You know, they get a lot of these sanctioning bodies and these promoters to buy articles that favors fighters a
Wow.
lot of times. They do. They do.
Wow.
Mhm.
So whenever Ring Magazine comes out with something, or whatever editor from Ring Magazine says something, I take it as a grain of salt because for the most part, these guys are on a payroll. You know what I mean? They accept gifts and all that from the sanctioning bodies, and like I said, from the various promoters and even the boxers.
Wow.
So
Man.
I mean, there's no exact science, but to say that just because a boxer has one loss, that they can never be ranked number one, that's
Let
just
me let me
foolish. That's
let me
foolish.
show you what he says. Let me show you what he said. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share again.
Mm.
Yeah, that screen share lit.
Y'all
I
seen
told
it?
Iron Cone. I'm gonna have to use that. It might take a second or something because last time you said it took like maybe like 10 seconds, then it popped up.
Oh wait, hold
So we
on.
don't see it yet. Oh, there it's loading up. There you go.
You
You
see
see it,
it?
Angel?
Let me see. He's definitely got the best resume in the division, which I'll talk about on my show tonight. But Wilder and Fury haven't lost. So by default, you can't put Joshua at number one at the moment. He avenged the loss. You know that's like saying um,
Madness.
whenever Lennox Lewis lost and he
Rockman.
avenged it, he couldn't be ranked number one when he was a unified champion. That it's ass backwards.
Right.
That's double talking. You know what I'm saying? This is the same guy. This is the same guy that ranked Lennox Lewis on his pound for pound list after his losses and avenged to Rockman. So Miss me with that bullshit, man. You know, like I said, man,
Stupid.
they go with Ring Magazine. They get columns bought by promoters and sanctioning bodies. So fuck that dude, man. Like
So
I said,
anyway,
man.
so we're gonna go through like I went through with Black because I want you to tell me if I'm off base. You speak to me and tell me because y'all are the experts here. So we're gonna go through Anthony Joshua's box rec and Deontay Wilder's box rec. Anthony Joshua's 23 fights in, and we're gonna look at Deontay Wilder's 23rd fight. Anthony Joshua just won the unified heavyweight championship of the world twice now on his 23rd fight. So we're gonna go to Anthony Joshua, right? 23rd fight. Andy Ruiz avenged his loss in Saudi Arabia. Are you seeing this?
Let me look. Let it go. Okay. Let me. Yeah.
Anthony Joshua's 23rd fight is Andy Ruiz Jr. Avenged his loss. He's now the unified champion again, second time, right?
Right.
We're gonna go to Deontay Wilder. His 23rd fight, I think if I counted it right,
Owen Beck.
Owen Beck in Killer Buzz Arena, Tuscaloosa.
Shout out to Owen Beck. 23rd.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we're going by strength of schedule, how is Deontay Wilder going to be above Anthony Joshua?
It's impossible.
Statistically, when you compare the two, it's AJ's the clearly above.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go all the way to the top. People like this. Only recently this dude has started fighting anybody worth a damn. Right?
Hey, they already scheduled at the top. They already scheduled the Fury shit
Yes, sir.
for
But-
February 20. Okay, I didn't know they already updated on BoxRec.
Yes, sir. They're already ready to go. But my thing is, if we're not going by strength of schedule, if we're not going by people's, he just said his resume is the best. But isn't your resume? It's not like he's been fighting the top Eric Molina.
He bodied himself in that one tweet. He bodied himself in his own tweet.
It's not like Eric Molina where you're fighting the best, but you're losing to all the best.
Right, he winning.
Anthony Joshua been beating these dudes' ass.
AJ now has beaten everybody he's faced, man. Just flat out.
So
And
we're gonna
fought
go
all more top heavyweights than anybody. And
So
these
we're
niggas
gonna
still
go
hate.
now to Deontay Wilder's WBC rankings. Angel, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Deontay Wilder's WBC rankings. Top 15. Top 15. How much people out of that top 15 has Deontay Wilder beat?
You see, Angel? You see
Yeah, I
Dylan
see
White? Yeah.
I see just one guy.
Top 15. His rankings, mind you. How much people has Anthony Joshua beat?
He beat pretty much more than half of those guys, right? Dylan White,
White Pavekin, Parker.
White Pavekin, he's beaten 3.
White
And he's
Pavekin,
about to
Parker.
fight number 12, Kubrat Pulev.
Right, and then mandated to fight one.
Right?
yeah.
And
Anthony
that's just in the
Joshua, again,
WBC. That's just WBC.
has beaten more people in the WBC top 15 than
Damn.
Deontay Wilder. So
How
we're
the
gonna go
fuck
now.
AJ beat more niggas in the WBC than Wilder in the top 15?
We're gonna go now to Mike Montero's Ring Magazine rankings. You seeing it?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna also throw in Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is number 1 here. He's number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go. I want you to tell me out of the current Ring Magazine top 10, how much people has Tyson Fury beat here? How much people?
None of them.
None.
Damn, that's it.
None.
And hey,
None.
How much
Later,
people has Deontay Wilder beaten?
One. That's it.
How much people has Anthony Joshua beaten?
2, see, 1, 2, 3. Shit. Who's number 10 again?
Pulev.
4,
So,
and
1,
then
2, 1, 2,
he's
3.
mandated for 1. So he beat 4, and then he's mandated to fight Pulev.
3, 4, yeah. Let's do 4.
He's
And you know
four.
what's so crazy about that, Iron Kong? Tyson Fury has beaten nobody that's ranked in that top 10, and he's ranked number 1.
How the fuck? How?
Like I said,
He's
man.
beaten nobody on that list, and he's ranked number 1.
What did I say? That you got to take what Mr. Montero take as a grain of salt, man. And it's ranked. He's
AJ
the
beat
editor
all
for
of them
Ring Magazine.
guys, and he's ranked lower than Wilder and Fury. He's
How
beat
is,
more guys than all of them,
how is Louis
and he's
Ortiz
ranked
number
lower than them.
6?
Right? How's he ranked above Parker
Man,
and
get the
Povetkin?
So
He did shit.
my whole thing today was how if AJ is not number 1 with what I've just shown, then who the fuck is number 1?
Shit. Al Heyman. Nigga. They gonna say it's Heyman.
So that was my whole thesis this morning. I'm hoping y'all can help me out. So from what I've shown AJ Santos, what is the algorithm? What is the algebra? What is the science? If it's not strength to schedule.
I think the science is money.
I tell you
when
what
you
it
could
is.
buy articles that favors your own fighter, and you could buy rankings that favors your fighters. So it's money. Money is the equation.
Nigga, that's not. I'm calling the science is we're gonna call it PAN. It's three words. Pushing the
Pan,
narrative. It's pushing the narrative. That's
But
the
then-
damn science behind this shit.
But then
panhandling.
if you
Right, there you go.
if you remember the Ring magazine rankings, there's multiple people in the Ring magazine rankings who Deontay Wilder could have fought, he should fight, and he hasn't. Right? Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back because I want you to see who I'm talking about. I want you to see who I'm talking about. You see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5, Dillian White. For some reason, this man doesn't want to fight Dillian White. Dillian White is also number 1 in the WBC rankings. Almost, 3 years now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, over 7 a day. I think 7 a day or some shit. Somewhere around there.
Ran his ass out of Russia from Alexander Povetkin. Lost the court case over this shit. And still ain't fight Alexander Povetkin.
Hey, speak a little bit more on that if you can. Like, because a lot of people probably don't know the details on that. Case.
I mean, he was forced to fight Alexander Povetkin. They lost the purse bid, went to Moscow, I think, and Povetkin had some abnormal tests come up, and before they could actually do like a B sample, right? It's a B sample.
Yeah.
Right.
Wilder and Steam said, "But no, we done, we gone, we left."
Oh wow.
He left within I think 48 hours.
It was like a day. He was gone.
It was like a day. He was gone. Matter of fact,
Damn, I low key remember that shit.
It was less than 36 hours that he left. He
was
got a
gone.
flight. He booked a flight. He was trying to leave that same day, but he couldn't. Booked the flight and he left in under 36 hours or something out of Moscow.
Went back to America, started barking, "Oh, they dirty. They want to fight me dirty. Oh, they this, they cheat."
Because everybody knows it takes at least another 24 hours to do another B sample. You know what I mean? For the VADA.
Was the B sample produced?
It came back.
It came back and it was negative.
It was negative. And the people, Ryabinsky and them, which is Povetkin's handlers, took them to court in America and won.
But the funny thing is that it took a little bit longer for the B sample to come back. Right?
What is up with this Wilder and this B samples? Hey, bro. Hey, look, we're gonna cook on that tonight. We're gonna do another motherfucking late night Blaze watch.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna cook on that because we need to dig into that shit, bro. But go ahead.
He hightailed it out of Russia, gone.
Yep.
And the guy was like, "What the fuck?" Exactly. He didn't give him a chance. He didn't give him nothing. He was just gone.
Hey, so is it safe to say that Wilder ducked Povetkin?
I mean, I
think he Wilder Sabbath. Wilder always like to say, "Well, I know people." Especially with VADA and stuff. That's why, I mean, yes, VADA and NADA, but you gotta
Why he
look a
didn't
little
try to
bit deep.
get that fight? Like, I mean, Ortiz had a little discrepancy with a test. He was still able to, after things got sorted out, he fought him. Who else had a discrepancy with a test and then he messed around and fought him?
I think just Ortiz.
Of course, Fury
Just
has some
Ortiz,
stuff to
yeah.
pass, I think.
Man,
And
look,
then
then let me finish up. So then again, he had Joseph Parker, who came to his fight in Alabama, where he looked terrible against Gerald Washington. Right? Looked terrible against Gerald Washington. Nobody can. Gerald Washington was boxing this man up. And didn't even attempt to unify with Joseph. Offered Joseph Parker almost no money because Wilder doesn't generate money. And then said, "Oh, he ducked me. I went to fight AJ." No.
Yeah, he offered Parker less than $500,000.
It was crazy.
No, please tell me you lying.
Nah, man.
It was no money, Bridget.
It was no money, dude. Parker and the Parkers and everybody over there in New Zealand, right? Because that's where they laughed at him. They literally laughed at him like, "You smoking crack." You know what I mean? Like they was like, "Yo, have the fight over here in New Zealand.
Like, you shooting
make
crack
more
in
money.
your legs, B.
It'll be a packed crowd. It'll be sold out over here.
Exactly.
It won't be. It will be a bigger stadium in New Zealand." And
Right.
Wilder didn't want to take that, and then he lowballed them crazy. I think he offered them like almost 400,000, like 375.
It wasn't no
Something. It was
money.
so ridiculous.
Some
It wasn't
nonsense.
nothing.
Oh
It
man.
was nothing. It was
Wilder
It's
out
like-
here offering dudes 3?
But you gotta remember,
300,000,
Wilder
wow.
just started making in the millions. Wilder was making like 900,000
Yeah,
a year. He wasn't making no money, Black.
he wasn't making no money, dude.
Wilder out here offering dudes his pay-per-view numbers and shit. 275, 3.
Wilder didn't crack 500,000 until he was about like in his I think a little bit before he fought Stavern. I think he may have cracked 500,000.
He wasn't making no money. So
I don't think he was making that much either.
So his team didn't even back him enough to pay Joseph Parker or go to New Zealand where they could make more money. Again, Wilder doesn't travel. So of course, Joseph Parker was like, "What matchroom talking? You know Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn gonna spend that money. He don't care about nothing. Eddie Hearn gonna gamble. He don't care. He gonna gamble. He gonna spend the money to get Anthony Joshua that opportunity." And that always stuck in these LDBC people's craw that Joseph, and they were like, "Oh, Joseph Parker saw Deontay Wilder knock somebody out." Deontay Wilder didn't knock Gerald Washington out. Gerald Washington walked back to his corner. The fight was stopped.
Matter of fact,
Gerald Washington was fine. They stopped the fight early because he started windmilling and all this bullshit. You know why? Gerald Washington walked to the corner fine. It wasn't wobbled, nothing. You know what Parker saw? An empty ass home stadium. This dude who looks like shit, and I'm supposed to take this money from him? You gotta be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that's my thesis, Mr. Santos. Thank you for listening to my bullshit today. But that's my thesis. What's the science? I need to know, because he could have fought all these people. He didn't fight these people. Anthony Joshua fought these people.
Man.
And he can't be number one. Why?
People don't want him to, man. It's now Michael is from America, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So some people, man, like we was talking, like I said earlier, man, we can give it up to anybody, no matter where they at. Everybody's not cut like that. They gotta make sure that, if you in America, make sure the UK guy don't get too much praise and overshadow ours. Like, it is what it. We can just look at the facts. We go down to Bragging Ring Magazine, WBC, look at the top heavyweights. We're like, you know what? That guy is the number one. He deserves to be number one. Matter of fact, because numbers don't lie, his resume don't lie, and it's clear as day that he is the number one. And then they talk about the loss. He avenged the shit. Everything that they try to say about AJ has bodied them at the end of 2019 and about to go into 2020 richer and then with more momentum than he ever had.
Hey, give me a second, right? Go ahead, Cook. I'm gonna be right back.
No doubt.
I think the simple fact is that these the folks behind PBC, they count on the casual fans not checking up on a box rec, not checking up Ring Magazine's pound for pound list, and then they see what Mr. Montero see that for take it for face value instead of doing what like Iron Kong does and really goes into the weeds of things and then actually makes Mr. Montero expose himself, right? By his own words and his own listings. He it's not that Kong did expose him. Mr. Montero exposes himself when he says tweets like that, but then it doesn't correlate the same as when you look at his pound for pound listings, and then you look at the rankings of the other sanctioning bodies, you know, and it's all to do to the fact that people do not like to read anymore. They take things that people say on YouTube or in a Ring magazine or in a PBC sit down or shoulder shows, right, for face value instead of reading, sitting down, comparing, contrasting, and doing your own research. And it's not even too much research. It's there to see. You're not digging really, like how I used to do. You used to have to dig for stuff.
Yeah,
It's right there available, but people are too lazy to do that. They'll watch a box and these other big channels and go with that
right.
false narrative instead of doing their own research. And it's right there in plain English, and you can
And
see
that's
it.
what Iron Kong did. That's why it's good that he has a platform like this to where he not only are you hearing somebody talk, they're actually giving you the visual behind what they're saying.
What's up,
You
one
know,
two kid?
you know.
Oh, 1-2 Kid in the middle. Shout out to 1-2 Kid.
Yeah, man. I mean, y'all support my first live, man. I appreciate that, man, for real.
Man, what you mean? You UGC. I seen the notification. I said, nigga, what? I seen the red bubble. I'm like, oh, he live? I said, oh yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
there.
subscribed. I just subscribed just now because, like, damn, I didn't subscribe to Iron Like, I be forgetting, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm
so
not no, y'all got all the fancy stuff. I don't know how to do all that stuff, but
yeah, I don't
I
shit.
appreciate y'all, listening still and whatnot. But that's just my argument for today. And I just find the boxing world seems to be highly annoyed that this man has won. What's crazy is that Errol Spence couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia, right? And these people
Mhm.
praise Errol Spence. Oh, Errol Spence outboxed Mikey Garcia and whatever. It's like,
Mm,
okay, but he couldn't knock out a man who could probably make 2 divisions lower, and he couldn't knock him
mm,
out. But Anthony Joshua didn't knock out Andy Ruiz. I mean, a tank of a man, a boulder of a man. He didn't
yeah.
knock him out. He's getting shit. And Errol Spence was praised for being this great boxer against Mikey Garcia. None of this
Yeah.
makes no sense to me. None of this makes no
Yeah,
sense.
it doesn't, Iron. And people want to say, well, Errol's trying to show a different side to him. No, Errol himself said he tried to knock the man out and he couldn't. He just couldn't. He even said Mikey was a lot tougher than I thought. He said that, but people seem to forget that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. You
then
know what?
and
He had back-to-back fights. We had to say that shit.
he had to
He
say
was
that, and
talking. He
then
said he was gonna spark Mikey. Then he double talked after the fight, and then he said Sean was easy road. Then he double talked after that fight too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't knock
exact,
out Sean Porter either.
he didn't knock out Sean
Back to
Porter,
back,
and then
back to back, no man downs, homie.
and then people want to be like, well, he knocked him down. He barely knocked. Sean Porter had his glove touch the deck for a
Right.
split second,
He never
and that
got
was a
dropped. He
knockdown.
swiped. Well, he
Never
put his
got
hand on the
dropped.
canvas.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, I don't like where this is heading. And this is why when I first came into watching YouTube boxing videos, I used to watch these other people. And
Yeah.
then I realized it's really more about pushing a narrative than just telling the truth.
Right.
Being honest. And I just can't. I can't. Right?
I mean,
Oh, another thing I wanted to y'all to cook on is Anthony Joshua's pay-per-view buys came out.
Record, right?
That man sold 1.6 million pay-per-views in the UK. All right? Sky Sports broke the record. Let me see if I can pull that up because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about now. I want you to see what I'm
Right.
talking
We got nigga Iron Kong got receipts, y'all. So look, don't get it twisted. You get in the chat trolling or
I mean,
whatever. We
it
got
wasn't
receipts.
only, it was, UK. People just want to say it only in England, but UK is its
about. Man,
surrounding kingdoms and territories. So yeah,
Man, we talking
worldwide,
Scotland,
Scott, yeah,
wherever. So we're
yeah,
gonna go
wherever.
here and we're gonna share this screen. I want y'all to see what the fuck I'm talking about. Where is it?
And man, salute to y'all watching the playback too, man. Y'all leave a comment. Y'all let us know who y'all feel is the number one, or do y'all agree with what's his name, Montero, whatever his name?
Montero. Yeah, I mean, if y'all agree with Montero about the loss, state your
Be honest
piece.
with yourself.
That's cool. You know what I mean? So Anthony Joshua here with his 4 belts. Y'all see this?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Back like he left something.
A new record of 1.6 million pay-per-view buys. You understand me?
Yep.
This
Yeah,
is
man.
Sky
And,
Sports.
1.6 million. That's what you call pay-per-view star. This nigga's in the millions, fam.
Let me add something real quick. Go up to that picture, Iron Kong. How you see how
You
the
breaking up?
belts are can you hear me?
Is it me or is he breaking up?
No, I'm hearing him.
Okay, he can hear me. You probably I'm breaking up on your side, but you see how all the belts are orientated there, Iron Kong and Black.
Yeah.
Notice where the one belt that is correctly placed on Joshua is. What belt is that?
IBO?
The IBO belt.
Right.
But why is it correctly placed right in the center, right there where a belt's supposed to be?
You tell me.
I'll tell you why. Because that is the belt that actually counts. The one that is actually not a sanctioning body, but however is highly regarded and coveted throughout the whole world other than the United States.
Right.
That's why that belt is on him like that. That's why. That is to tell you that this is the belt. That's why it's placed right there. This is the belt that actually really means something, and it's not a sanctioning body, man. But people think I'm crazy when I say this.
No, right? Hey, Andrew, I fuck with you with that. Like it seems like more and more, man, with all the bullshit that's been happening with the sanctioning bodies, the more I keep looking at the IBO, man, like, I don't mind niggas holding that strap. Whoever's holding that strap, I'm looking at them like. Matter of fact, I remember when Arizlandi Lord had the IBO for a while. I was like, you know what? It's just something about having that strap. Like,
you know, I spoke to one of the when I went to the Herd fight, and I spoke to one of the promoters for Ryzen, right? I spoke to him, and he was a real cool dude, British guy and stuff. And I was like, what do you feel about the IBO belt? I was like, well, to me, it's probably the most. He said exactly what I've been saying. It's probably the most legit coveted belt because ranking system.
What's up, one two kid?
It's computerized.
What's going on, Iron Kong?
Easy,
but I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to point that out.
I just had to swing through, man. I had to swing through and show some love because you got your live going. I had a little time, so I see the guys in here too showing the love. So I was like, man, shit, I can't go in comments.
1-2 kid. He pick up real fast too. He got that shit popping. In his first live stream, he got it popping. He dropped the link, did the screen share. So shit, Iron Kong on it, bro.
But hold on. We're gonna go now to Mike Sources Coppinger. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Coppinger, who always got the sources, because he always knows some shit.
Yeah.
People don't know.
He been kind of shaky this year, huh?
Hold on.
His rep been kind of shaky, huh?
We're just talking about Sky Sports pay-per-view. So he's saying the Zone pulling 1.8 million across the 9 markets and 200,000 new subscribers. They go, what?
And that's of when? That's of December.
That's for the Ruiz Joshua fight. That's just for the Ruiz Joshua fight.
Oh, damn. That's just alone from. Oh, look at IBFP in the chat. I mean, in the comments.
Look at that. That's from. What date is that? He put.
This is December. He posted that last night. This is Ruiz Joshua.
Oh, it's last night. That's crazy, bro.
And I said
AJ is a superstar, man. Just got to keep it real.
It's a movement, man.
Because remember when I said yesterday, I said last night, I said a couple days ago, worldwide the Zone has 8 million subscribers as of the 6th of December, and then you saw right there 200 plus new subscribers as the 9th. That's why I said
just in that one night,
2 million. Just in that one night, 8.
You think
now
they're
it's
gonna
200?
You think they're gonna be reporting that information though?
Oh
man,
report that.
You think they're gonna keep that shit on the hush? They're gonna sweep.
Hey,
that
look
shit
now. I mean, I tell you right there. Every time AJ fight now, they gonna probably average about 200,000 subscriptions every time he fight, man.
Hey yo, Coppinger is on a roll. He probably did a story with AJ, and Joshua responds to Wilder's criticism. Let me share the link. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he probably. Well, Coppinger, of course, pulled out the interesting parts, but let's see. Joshua responds to Wilder's criticism. See it?
Says a lot of people. I can't really see it clear. A lot of people don't have a good, and it's kind of I can't really see it clearly, but
hold up.
You might have to read it because I can't really see it that clear.
Oh, Joshua,
let me read it real quick. I got it.
Right.
He says a lot of people don't have a good bone in their body to say a positive thing. If Wilder really wants to put his name in the history books, I think he should come see us.
There you go. That's what that man said.
Man,
see, and he making his own decisions. He's still giving the man opportunity, so you know he ducking.
Man.
And it's all money. You guys that was nothing but proof that Iron Khan just brought up over and over again. You know, the money's right there. The platform's good.
Just come through.
Just swing through.
Right. Like when you done bullshitting and you get out of the nose ring salon, just hit us up. Call Eddie.
I mean, cause for real, like, why is it okay when a Clarissa Shields goes over for a 1-fight deal to the zone? If she could do it, why can't the rest of the PBC fighters?
That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what I mean?
Right. Clarissa done accomplished way more than motherfucking.
But why does she do that? Because they're not paying nothing over there. They're not paying anything over there. Nothing.
You know why? You know why I think it is? It's because the two guys that they got all their eggs in the basket with, which is Wilder and Spence. They don't want them fighting on another network, and that's the problem. And they don't care about how much money they're gonna make. They don't care if they go to they don't want them to go to the other side of the street and come back. It doesn't matter. They just hating.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. 1-2. The thing is, they really don't want them going over there because they know they have more exposure, and then those fighters will realize, damn,
exactly,
I'm on the wrong side of the street.
I'm not really making that as much money as I thought I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I see on the DAZN side that they are literally putting in personal specific. They apply personal specific attention to each individual to make them a star, like individual attention. Like I see that, like they're doing star building. Haney, Farmer might not be big as a Haney popularity or Canelo or somebody over there, but they give these guys a platform. And then a lot of them are so smart, they start their damn YouTube channels and shit. They they'll interview on IFL TV, they'll direct them to their channel. So DAZN is they just doing it way different on that side, man. They marketing better.
Better exposure, more money, you name it, man.
See, and I'm glad that you brought up Haney. I'm glad that you brought up Haney, Black, because why do for so many years Devin Haney
he couldn't even sign with a promoter until he got with Eddie.
No, but here's the thing. He was so many years with the Mayweather camp, right? And they was trying to sign him and this, that, and the third. And then there was a big falling out with Senior and Haney's dad. But why is that? Well, money changes people, right? It does. Money changes people, but money can bring people together and tear people apart, right? So the thing is, why did Haney, even though he's still cool with them like that, the thing is, they wasn't trying to give Haney what he deserved. They just wasn't. They wasn't gonna do that. They wasn't gonna let him do whatever he wants. And Haney's dad, being the father that he is, he saw right through that shit. And that's why they entered the dome.
What I like about what Eddie did with Haney, Eddie's like, I don't care if you got your own promotion. I mean, I don't like it, but you can go ahead. But I just want a piece. What I like about Eddie's not trying to dominate your time. Not trying to dominate your time. He just wants you to fight. That's it. And what I like about Eddie is that Eddie's like, you can fight as much as you want. I got the dates. He's like, I'm not he's not. There's no Gervonta Davis schedule where you fight once a year and maybe twice a year. Listen, you're gonna fight 3 times. If I can squeeze in a fourth, you're gonna squeeze in a fourth. Listen, you're gonna fight. That's how you make a star. You make these people fight.
Yeah, I
Right?
like that about him, man.
Yeah,
Make
and
his
he's a
fighter get
fight
in there.
fan too, Black. He's a
He
fight
loved
fan.
the shit.
He
Eddie
loves
wants
Matter of
the
fact,
big fights. So he'll
I
be
like
he'll
how
push
I
them.
like how hey, one to kid. I like how you know, certain people that's put in place, like even when the fight was going with AJ and Ruiz in the rematch, they was actually recording Eddie Hearn, his reaction, watching the rounds and shit, even the last round. Like you could just tell, like he ain't just like a Bob Arum or
you
you
watching
know,
the fight. He's a fight fan.
he actually is like nigga fully paying attention and concerned, all that shit, man.
Yo,
Like
you
he
ain't
really is a
kidding,
fan.
man. I've been to one of his shows, and he was there sitting in the crowd the entire time, like
Mm,
just watching intensely everything. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? From the undercard to even when the big fight, was over with. Sometimes they have a few extra ones. He was just sitting there, man, just into it. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
that
yeah,
tells you right there that he's he's all into boxing, man. He loves boxing. So that works out. And that's the difference between this side and that side. Because even last night when we was on your channel, we discussed the issue with Bud. And then we even came to a conclusion that maybe he ain't the A side. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
and that's what we do. Because
yeah.
even when I was like, I wasn't feeling it, I still had that open mind where I'm like, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was being a little biased. And then I was like, nah,
Right.
yeah, you're right. You're right about that. And I ain't afraid to do that. That's what they're afraid to do. And
So
that's
so
what he's
Yeah.
so
afraid to
y'all
do.
so y'all came up and y'all said Bud is not the A side.
He's not the A side, man.
But hey, I don't think Terrence Crawford cares about A side. I think he just wants to fight this motherfucker.
But you know what? We had to actually talk about this because I don't know who brought it up. I want to give him the credit, but Crawford said he would take less, and then he backtracked off that and said no 50-50 or no fight. And I'm like,
Oh wow,
that's not
that's
not cool. You're gonna
that's
get
not
flame over here with the UDC with that. You
Yeah.
that's
gotta
not
keep
gonna
the
do
same energy.
Yeah.
it. That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it.
And even though
You
I
know,
feel
and even though we might not like it, and yeah, I like Bud Crawford, but come on, man. We
yeah,
got to keep the same energy, bro. If you're gonna say you're gonna take less, you're gonna be B-side, be B-side because you really are that. You the B-side versus Arrow.
that's true because he ain't putting up them numbers. I don't know if it's his promotion or what, but as boxing fans, as hardcore boxing fans like ourselves, we know he probably should be the A side, but there's a business side to it. It's not just about skill and how nice you are.
Right, right.
Sometimes if you selling the tickets and you got the sensationalism with you and you
Yeah.
selling, you know
And
what I'm
it's
saying,
like,
you selling the pay-per-views, then hey, it is what it is.
yeah, and it's like if we expect, say, Deontay Wilder to accept B-side and take less to face AJ, we gotta keep the same energy with Crawford. You
Exactly.
know,
But then when we
if
flipped
we
that
if
on a certain PBC fanboy, he immediately resorted back to 50-50 for Wilder and AJ, which made absolutely no sense.
yeah, you know,
Which made
we just
no
have to
sense.
keep bodying these fools because they're not consistent. But yeah, we got to keep same energy. Like I like Bud, but he ain't special like that over here to where he can't get this flame. Where it's like, bro, if you changed up, then yeah, you got to get flame for that, and
Yeah,
you
I
got
don't.
to get out of your ego.
Yeah, I don't know about this 50-50 thing. I'm sorry. No. No.
Yeah, he can't demand. I mean, for him to say 50-50 or no fight, I'm like, yeah, bro. You
I think at most it'd be probably like a 60-40, but that's kind of a
Yeah.
stretch. That's
yeah,
kind of a
that's
stretch,
a
man.
stretch too.
I would say it's more deserving of a 70-30. You
How
know what I
much?
mean?
Let me ask
That's
y'all real
realistic.
quick.
That's
If that
realistic.
fight happens, right? If it still happens, because we don't even know if Arrow coming back. But if that fight was to happen, how much you think that fight can generate?
I think with each other it can put up some decent numbers.
But what kind of money we talking about to where what's Arrow gonna get? What's Bud gonna get? You know, like what is Bud gonna get fighting Arrow? Is it gonna be far more than what he's been getting, like 5 million, like versus a Khan or whatever?
I think it'd be like 15 million for Bud, like a
He should
15
take
million for
15.
Bud, and then 15, and then it'd probably be 25 million for Earl.
And if it don't do
that's
good,
that's a rough guesstimate.
But you know what? The only thing about it is to where you can kind of say, well, Bud can kind of stay on his stance of that 50-50. Only reason why I say that is because, listen, Earl was more popular than Sean, but yet he went 50-50 with him. They split. They went 50-50. So he went 50-50 with Mikey. He went 50-50 with Sean, but Bud got to accept less because he on the wrong side of the street, I guess.
But that's a problem.
Nah. His excuse will be he got that other title.
Huh?
So now he got two. Now he got two titles.
But hold on. This nigga is split. He went 50-50 with two guys who don't have titles. Right? Yeah. Whereas actually Bud is actually giving him something more than just money. He giving him another strap.
Well, Sean did have the strap.
Yeah,
though,
he took the strap.
Oh yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad. So yeah, so Sean, so he split with that in that unification, but he can't split with Bud. It's that side of the street shit, I guess.
Well, I guess so. But like, and then I used that too. I was like, well, if you're accepting Mikey's accomplishments prior, you got to accept Bud's too when he's coming up because he was unified champ. But at the same time, Mikey was pulling more pay-per-views. I mean more viewers, and that was a good point. And I was like, damn. So I ate crow and was like, damn, you right. So as a hardcore fan, I think he deserves a 50-50 because of what he's accomplished. But unfortunately, that's not how the rest of the world sees it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So, hey, man, he gonna have to take the 60-40, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, 55-45, or whatever. But he's gonna have to take it, eat that, and then his accomplishments will grow once he gets that shot. The problem is I don't think he's gonna be offered a lot of money. He might get a guarantee and then a pay-per-view cut. And if the numbers don't do well, that's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? But if he gets the win, that's gonna help. So it's a give or take.
I think the percentages should be closer than we think. I don't think it should be in a big gap because I mean Terrence Crawford. The thing with Mikey Garcia is Mikey is going to bring a bigger crowd than Terrence Crawford. Mikey sold that pay-per-view. Errol Spence. He sold that pay-per-view.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. And Terrence Crawford does not bring as much eyeballs. He just doesn't. He doesn't bring as much eyeballs. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's not his fault, really. Well, not his fault, really, because he's a quiet dude. Maybe some people, I think one time he even said, why does he have to be the loud, obnoxious black guy?
Yeah.
To sell a pay-per-view. So people want him to be louder than that. That's not him, right?
Right.
But he's an accomplished person. He was a farmer, undisputed.
Right.
He comes up, wins a belt. So my question is, what is all that worth? That can't be worth. I mean, I think I heard you say. What did you say? 70-30?
I didn't say 70-30. I said 60-40.
60-40.
Angel
right?
said 70-30. He said that 60-40 is a stretch.
But what is that worth? Because if Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford, what does that do for Errol Spence's career? So Terrence Crawford does bring something. I mean,
exactly.
If he loses to Errol Spence, that puts Errol Spence through the roof.
Right.
That puts him through the roof.
Yep.
So
then he ain't even got to stick around for a fight. He could go ahead and move to 154.
He can move to 154. So basically, then I would say Terrence Crawford has a good argument that I do bring something because I'm able to make you an absolute megastar if you beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you beat me, though.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Vice versa.
Yep. And then you but that's the same argument that Wilder's trying to make. And it's not the same.
It's not the same.
I don't care how many defenses he's got. His accomplishments don't nowhere near to me as a hardcore fan.
Anthony Joshua is already through. This win against Ruiz took Anthony Joshua to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Another level.
And that's what tells you too, even in the loss, Iron, you know what I mean? Even in the loss, you look at it and you go, all right, this dude is making more money than any of these heavyweights is making in a rematch where he lost. So what's that tell you? That's what's gonna draw the people. He's the guy that the people want to see as champion. Point blank, period. worldwide, world championship, like IOTBA says. It's not an American championship. It's a world championship. And the game is changed, man. You know what I'm saying? The platform is changed. And thanks to Eddie Hearn, he kind of made that work. And instead of the Americans doing what they're supposed to do on the promotion side, you got guys making their own belts. You got guys not allowing guys to bring that legacy up, to bring their legacy up, and they just basically leaning on stats and saying, this is the guy. This is the guy. And it's like, yeah, but he ain't fighting the best. And that's what you need to do.
But you missed it, right? Because earlier I was going through screen sharing, because the headline of my stream is, if AJ is not number one, then who? And I showed, as you said, they're relying on stats. And I showed all of Anthony Joshua's accomplishments side by side with Deontay Wilder, right? Side by side. I showed that he's beaten more of the WBC top 15. I showed that he's beaten more of the Ring Magazine top 10. Right?
Yeah.
I've showed the box rec. Anthony Joshua's done 23 fights. I've shown Anthony Joshua's 23rd fight is Andy Ruiz. Deontay Wilder's 23rd fight was some dude named Owen Beck in Tuscaloosa. Right?
Right.
So if they go, so you got in late. So I'm just asking you, what's the science behind A side and number one? What's the science?
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna jump off, man. I gotta take care of some stuff, man. Thanks for having me on, Iron Cone.
Peace, Angel Santos. Thank you very much, man. Because I'm gonna sign off soon.
Respect, my bro.
But I want One Two Kid to tell me what's his science.
Well, my science is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishments mean everything. But you know, unfortunately, that's not the way the world works as of today. Maybe it'll get back to that. That's what we're looking for. Guys that accomplish things, come up through the ranks, you know what I'm saying, the right way, and fight the hard fights, and that's why they got losses. Unfortunately, now it's just sensationalism. And if these guys are big here, and if they're drawing money, they're drawing money. Numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So if they're drawing the money, man, then they're the A side. You know, bottom line. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Some guys ain't promoting. I really think that Bob could promote Bud better.
Yeah.
I think he could give him some more, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't really matter about that. For instance, or when you say stats and it doesn't matter about that, because you hear guys try to counter that with BS, like when they do that with Lomachenko. They go, okay, well, he only got this many fights. Why did he get this fight? He's got a loss on his record. And it's like, but look at his resume. Look at his resume and the amount of time. Same with AJ. Look at the resume and the amount of time that they made these accomplishments and the type of guys that they fought in the process. You know, that's throwback stuff. And it worked out for AJ. And I'm hoping it works out for Bud. And I'm hoping it works out for Lomo. And anybody who's willing to fight the best. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Hey, 1 2 Kid, I'm going to sign off. I want to thank you for coming on for this is my first live.
Thanks for having me on. I got some things to do, bro.
Hopefully you can watch the replay and give me your opinion, because I put some things on screen and I want you to watch it. I want you to give me your opinion and tell me what you think. All right?
All right, man. Take care, man. Thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
That. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thanks to the UGC for joining me, man. I really appreciate it. Watch the replay. Tell me what y'all think. Give me your honest opinions. I put up some things, some stats and facts. Y'all tell me what you think. Peace out. UGC.